And there we are.
Hey guys, happy Saturday. Louder. Oh yeah, true. I'm gonna have to turn it on here though because
Well, you definitely got to be a little bit louder because we are outside, as you can see. Again, another weekend, another park here in sunny Las Vegas, and yes, it is 80 plus degrees. Not to rub it in for everybody on the East Coast, but it's 80 plus degrees, so what are you still doing out there?
I have to say my heart's in New Jersey, but I went back last weekend. It was so gloomy and the trees were all dead, and I didn't realize it when we went back for Christmas. I was so sad. I wanted to move back there. I hated every second of being out here. And then when we went back this last time, I was so used to like green and palm trees and sun that I was like, this is a little depressing. I didn't realize, how did I get through so many winters there? And that's New Jersey. I can't even imagine your family in Wisconsin. All right, go ahead. Talk about what you're going to talk about. I'm going to turn this on so I can read comments.
Okay. Well, what do we put in the title? Prison, parole, and police. Prison, parole, and police. That's pretty much been my life the last couple of weeks. As hopefully you probably already know, I'm working at Hope for Prisoners, and our primary objective there is to help other individuals like myself who are transitioning out of the prison system, help them reintegrate into the community, make sure that they have all the resources, the support that they need. And a big part of that process, right, is working with the prisons, even though things haven't fully reopened here. I would say we're well ahead of the curve. Like, it's it's different here, right? Like, there's all these people out in the parks.
They're saying it's windy. Either we get closer to the air.
It's windy?
Yeah, they're saying it's hard to hear because of the wind.
I don't know. Let's,
Is that better, guys? Let us know if you could hear that a little bit better. Sorry about that. We're so
it's really hard to hear. Okay, why?
Well, that was before you moved it. So let's see. Let's just wait for somebody.
All right, we're gonna go ahead.
This is better. Thanks, Sarah. Okay, go ahead.
There's definitely a delay.
Well, yeah.
All right, there we go. So, where was I? Oh, prisons, right? Well,
How did you forget that?
things are slowly reopening. I guess everywhere across the country. Prisons are going to be the last place to really open up, right? And that's behind the whole safety and security. And it's unfortunate because I get calls every day, every other day from guys on the inside who haven't seen their families, haven't seen their loved ones in at least a year, sometimes a lot longer than that. So man, hopefully things open up here shortly. I know that there is a plan in place here in Nevada to get the prisons open and to make sure that we at Hope for Prisoners have access, that we are able to get in there and start providing the services that all of those individuals who are getting ready to transition out, to make sure that they have everything before they get out. That's the ideal, right? Well, I've also had the opportunity recently to meet with a number of, I'm just gonna say, pretty amazing people. People that work in parole and probation, people that work with local police and other police forces across the nation that have actively sought us out because they want to partner. They want to be involved in what we're doing, which obviously if you're anyone who's been dealing with the system, the criminal justice system, anytime in the last 30 years, you understand just how unique that is. You just don't hear about it very often. That law enforcement, the people who, and I'm just going to speak for myself, that for the majority of my life I viewed as the others, as the adversaries, from the time I was 11 years old, 10 years old, being on probation, I was afraid to come home at waiting for me out front. You know, and I was into all sorts of, we're just gonna say it was mischief at that age, right? But I developed at a very early age an unhealthy aversion to police, to anybody in law enforcement. That only, grew with time. Granted, my experiences were not the best. So having these new experiences, how significant they are for me personally, and being able to watch, others just like myself have a whole new experience and start to shift their thinking, like, okay, these are not all bad people. These are not all people who are out to get me. That there are a lot of very good people who are committed to doing everything that they can to help us. They're genuinely invested. They want to help people transition. So, man, it's been incredible for me to be a part of that, because it's also, these are relationships. Just, we've talked about, you just want to be around good people doing good things, and to be at Hope for Prisoners, like, I get to be around that all the time. So that's pretty incredible. But anyways, I just want to say that these relationships, and I don't, you've probably seen some of the posts on Facebook. Like, for me, still, when I look at the pictures and I'm hanging out with a parole officer, or one of the sergeants, one of the Las Vegas PD.
I'm
Hello.
such a child at heart. I swear, when I hear the ice cream man, like something inside
It's
of
the
me,
ice cream man.
something inside of me starts like jumping up and down, like the ice cream. Like I wish I had my wallet on me and kids. I would be like, you want to go get it? I would go get you whatever you want out of there.
I wish you could see the kids right now, literally running for the ice cream truck.
Oh, it's so cute. You wait, little man. Soon enough, I promise. So when you're done, I have a question for you.
I'm done. Yeah. What?
Okay, we got distracted by ice cream.
We did.
So I think it's incredible what you have going on here, and I know it can be replicated in other areas. However, for people who are in other areas that don't have access to this, right? Like you were saying earlier, when you were young and you had that aversion towards the police, and it's deeply ingrained. And I think it gets deeply ingrained on both sides, right? Like prisoners are the bad guys, and I could justify doing this to them because they're the bad guys, and the cops are the bad guys, and even a lot of prison wives and family members that I've worked with start developing those aversions, although they've never been arrested or through that, because hey, scars run deep. So what's your advice to somebody, like you were just there a few months ago, who's experiencing all of that adversity, to start to unravel that? Because if you release somebody who doesn't do all of that work, and there's a cop that pulls out behind them, I mean, it happened to me very recently, and I'm like I was doing nothing wrong. But how would you suggest for our subscribers to pass that information along to their loved ones, or even help themselves heal from that? Because a lot of those scars are obviously for a reason, and there's so much trauma there that it takes a long time to undo that.
It's kind of a deep question.
Yeah.
And it's not. There is no easy answer. Like, I can't. One of the things that I've personally been advocating for is the need to, if you want to change the mindset, you have to have a new experience, right? You can put all of these things in your head, but until there's an experience to positively reinforce that, it's still just a thought, right? And you're not really going to, it's not going to take hold. Listen, there are still times, I got to be honest, where I carry some resentment. I'm gonna be honest. I carry some resentment towards how we were treated over the years while I was on the inside, over the way that I was released, and over the actions of a few individuals who sought to keep me inside, who honestly tried to sabotage everything that we had worked for. That's a reality. That's a truth. Right? It's taken these new experiences with other individuals, other correctional officers, with other parole and probation people, with other law enforcement, police. Each new experience reminds me that was an individual or a number of individuals that did that. It's not an indictment on everyone else that wears that uniform or works within that system. Because if we're going to do that, if we're going to just indict everybody on it and lump them all into one, then we're basically giving up, right? We're saying there is no hope. This is just how it is, and that means we're just going to keep doing things the way that we're doing. Instead, we have to focus on the ones that are doing things the right way, positively reinforce them, acknowledge them when they're doing it the right way. And for me, it's about interacting with those individuals to give me a new experience, because that's the positive reinforcement that I need for this to really shift all of my mindset, to allow me to start to let go of that resentment. And the problem is here, and again, just being honest about it, like, those experiences are just not available to everyone. Like, at Hope for Prisoners, as part of our workshop week, each group that comes through our training, right, there is a day that we have that is dedicated to law enforcement, to Las Vegas PD comes in, and it's people from throughout the ranks, and we have now parole and probation that come in as well. And they come in and they share their personal experiences, and they talk about why, they believe in what they're doing, why they believe in what we're doing. So everybody gets a new experience. And I'm not saying that's like suddenly, 30 years or 20 years or 10 years of thinking is automatically transformed. It just doesn't work that way. But it's a starting point, right? And I know that that's not available in most places. It's one of the reasons why we're so committed to making sure that we do everything that we can to export this model. It's about us getting out to other places. I know that we got an invitation to head down to Alabama, where we had an individual who was a director of a program down there with the Board of Pardons and Parole. And he's like, man, what you guys are doing is amazing. Like, can you come down here and talk about it? That's something that gets me excited. Like, I want to go down there. I want to talk to the people, the stakeholders, and tell them, listen, like, if you want things to be different, like, you need to have these new experiences. You need to engage, with the people that you're seeking to connect with. You can't just talk about it. You got to give those new experiences. So, there's a model for it. Just unfortunately, it's not happening in most places.
I have a confession. You said Alabama.
Alabama.
Ever had hush puppies?
Hush puppies. What? How does every road lead back to food? Okay, so we've been distracted by the ice cream man, right?
Oh my god, all I can think about right now is hush puppies. Can
hush
you get
puppies.
them here?
What is a hush puppy?
Oh.
Sorry.
I don't even know. Somebody help me. What's on the inside of a hush puppy? It's delicious and it's so bad for you. It's totally deep fried. It's like, picture the size of a tater tot, and it's like deep fried. But I don't know what's on the inside. Like, it's like soft deliciousness. Oh my god, guys!
Is it like a funnel cake? It's just like some dough dropped in grease.
No, I don't really like funnel cake, believe it or not. Or is that Blvd? I'm so not a good Italian. But hush puppies is it cornstarch, you guys? What's on the inside of a hush puppy? We went from prison. So, really quick, I have to answer Mandy Rose. I didn't get any notifications from the post office. Thank you so much for sending something. It doesn't mean that your package isn't there. She's concerned that she sent something to the address, to the Jones address. Yep. But she said she got something that said it was left with the front desk, which could make sense. It's probably. Okay. We'll go there we can't go tomorrow, they're closed, but we'll go on Monday, and I'll let you know for sure. If you want to email me so I have your contact information, strongprisonwives@gmail.com, and I'll let you know on Monday. Probably Monday afternoon for us. If it's there. So sorry they were having issues with that, but hopefully it's just sitting there and we didn't get the notification. It's cornmeal. So it's deep fried cornmeal. That sounds disgusting, but
It sounds disgusting.
No. We're getting Adam hush puppies. At some point. Hopefully very near future. Which is really funny because tomorrow my whole video is all about food. I'm eating all of my pregnancy cravings.
Like I was just gonna say, our life right now revolves around what? Fitness and food, right?
And family.
And family. Well, as long as we're together, that's all that matters.
The 3 F's, that's not bad. So we'll hang out for a couple more minutes, you guys. We're getting ready to go to Fitness Food and Family, the gym.
The gym,
And then
we're going to eat
at the best place ever in Vegas, downtown. What's it called? Not downtown. What's that area called?
the art district.
The Art District. Right by Container Park.
No. That's Fremont Street, where we're headed. Not the art district. We're gonna go over to Fremont Street.
But by Container Park, not like in the Fremont experience, if people know what that means.
Yeah. Not quite into the craziness. Before things get too weird and crazy, there are some really great restaurants right there. And the outdoor patios are open, so we'll be able to sit outside, ideally. Hopefully not too many other people are going to have the same idea, and we end up quite a way. But our timing should be good. You know, late afternoon, before the dinner crowd, so.
Hopefully after the lunch crowd. It's always a good time down there for people watching too. I love this comment. I don't have a loved one on the inside, but watching this channel, sorry guys, the summer, has made me passionate about prison reform. Love you both so much and hope your year is amazing. Oh,
That means a lot.
love that.
That means a lot, so. All right, well, I think that it's a couple minutes after 11. We need to focus on wrapping things up.
Yeah.
You know what? I do want to comment on one other thing while we're here. Just because you mentioned prison reform. And had an interesting conversation in the past week. Not interesting, inspiring. With Marcus Bullock, founder of Flickshop. You know, first and foremost, as I said, we're always looking to just be around good people doing good things. And in talking to Marcus, and not only him being focused on what his mission is to make sure that everybody on the inside has that connection to their loved ones on the outside. He's just doing incredible work with his company and is so focused on, you know, not only making sure that those connections exist, but making sure that those of us that are getting out, who are working in this space, that we're supporting one another. And he's been super supportive of us. And you know, we're just, as I said, you know, we're about supporting good people doing good things.
And not just us, of Strong Prison Life and Families from literally the day that we set it up.
For many years.
He's donated credits, he's done just amazing things. Great guy, great company. Go check out Flickshop if you have somebody on the inside. Do you want to explain real quick what it is?
Well, I was just going to say, you know, there's a lot of people in this space that are looking to exploit us, exploit our loved ones on the outside,
There's one
individuals on the
company that
inside.
comes to mind, but I won't say it.
Yeah, and you know, they've been tireless in pursuing you with Strong Prison Wives to put that name on it and throwing money out there. And for us, it's always been about, you know, just staying true to, you know, what our beliefs are. And listen, but don't think that we don't have, you know, financial struggles and things like that. Like that's real, but if you're going to sacrifice those things, like, you know, it kind of makes everything else meaningless. So that was a great conversation that Marcus and I had. You know, he's one of those guys who stayed true to his vision and to his beliefs. So we want to continue working with them and really do everything that we can to support Flickshop. What they do is they're really good at postcards, and they're one of those approved vendors. You know, mail has gotten crazy everywhere. They like to deny a lot of different things. So if you need to go with a proven source, Flickshop is the one to go with. Constantly tweaking that app to make it better. You send postcards, you pick you choose the picture, they put the picture on it, and then you put a message on it, and it's a simple postcard, bam, straight through the mail. It's easy.
I don't know if you said this either, but the quality, like I used to send them from different companies to Adam, and then he would send them back to me so I could see what they looked like, so I knew which company I wanted to promote or partner with and this and that. And a lot of the companies, the quality was kind of grainy, couldn't really see it, very blurry. The quality of the Flickshop photos, incredible. We're not affiliated with them, just so you guys know. We put stuff out there for you guys. Oh my God, you guys are so cute. When is the baby's due date? They need to know the zodiac sign. I love this because Adam's like, what do you want to talk about? What topic do you want to talk about today? I'm like, anything but pregnancy. I think it's like overkill. So I love that you guys are asking because it's like my whole life right now. He's due July 22nd, so he will definitely be a Cancer because my doctor won't let me go past my due date. And we're gonna have a sensible Cancer boy.
Strong.
He's ready. This is so cute. And then I'll just stop talking about baby. So bad. You guys wanted a bump update. That's in Monday's video, I promise. But what happened in the car before he kind of got like a little short, and the baby started kicking me so hard, and I was like, see, he's like, Daddy, it's okay, I got you. Like sometimes in the gym he'll kick me really hard, and I feel like he's like, Mommy, I'm gonna help you out. All right, you guys, I think we're good, right?
Yeah. All right, we love you guys, and we're out.
We're out. We'll see you in the next one. If you guys have any ideas for live videos that you want us to do, we stopped doing Friday videos because they weren't really getting many views, and we don't want to bore you guys if you guys are busy on Friday. So we're going to try to add more live videos. So if you have ideas on topics, questions, we'll probably make those a little bit more prison related versus pregnancy related, unless you want that. But just let us know. Throw them in the comments after this video. Love you guys. See you on Monday.